If you are looking for a decent vacuum that doesn't have the crazy high price tag of some of the really high-end ones, then this one might be the one for you. At the end, I'm going to show you some clips of it actually in use, so make sure that you watch all the way to the end if you want to see that. But this has been my daily vacuum for the last 6 months, and let me tell you exactly why we love it. One of the main reasons that I love this vacuum is because this charger comes right off here, and when you need to charge it, all you need to do is charge this piece of it. So we live in an older home and I don't have like a outlet in my broom closet where I want to store my vacuum. So I love that I can just take this off and then store my vacuum still in that closet. So it comes with everything that you need to mount your vacuum. So I have that mounted in my closet and I just put this on there when I'm done, and then I just take this off and I just have this charging on my counter. I don't have to have my whole vacuum plugged in somewhere close to an outlet, and I really do love that. The other reason that I love it is because it can come apart everywhere. So it comes apart right here at the base or at the top. So you can go ahead and add on any of your attachments there. I'll show you those in a second. It comes down here as well. So if you want all any of your attachments on a longer stick, then you can do that as well. And then this part right here is actually adjustable too. So when you pull it out of the box, it's gonna look like this, and it's gonna be really short, but you can adjust that too. So if you have a kid or someone that really likes to vacuum with you, then, or that likes to vacuum himself, then you can adjust it for him and he can do that as well. So my son actually really likes to vacuum for me, which is awesome. So I am 5'2", and this is the perfect height for me. If you are like over 6 feet, you might find it to be a little bit short, but even my husband is like 5'10", and he vacuums with this just fine. So let's talk about the power head here for a minute. So I have found that this one actually works. Excuse all of the hair in here. I actually use this every day and it's dirty. But I have found that this one actually pulls the stuff out of the carpet really, really well. We have just like normal carpets. We have like some really, really thin ones by the door. And then we have just like some normal pile carpets in our living room and in our bedrooms. And this head the bristles are thick enough that it's able to pull everything out of the carpet pretty well. I would say if you had like a shag rug or like a really thick like high pile rug, then it might struggle just a little bit. You might need to go a little slower or just go over it a couple times. I think it would still do it, but yeah. And then when you go to empty it out, you can empty it just like this. Take this part off and then just open this up right here and dump it out that way. Or if you want to take this whole canister off, then there's a button here and this whole thing comes right off. So that's really easy to do. So as far as suction, you do have a couple of different options. I'll turn it on in a second so you can hear it, but it does have an auto function. So there's like low, medium, and high that you can choose from manually if you want to. That's generally what I like to do. And then it has an auto function that will kind of adjust for you as you go. I generally don't use that one. Usually what I'll do to conserve battery is I'll keep it on medium for like all of my hardwood floors and all of like my main areas. And then when I'm doing rug, or if I'm over by the entrance and there's lots of little pebbles or something like that, then I'll kick it up on high just for those areas because it does use your battery faster. But I like to have it on high for those areas just to make sure it's sucking everything out and to make sure that everything's getting like all the way through the vacuum and up into here, because I find if I have it on any of the lower settings, then I'll turn it off and the pebbles will just kind of fall right back out because it didn't have enough suction to pull them all the way through. But on high, it is able to do it. So we live in about a 1,200 square foot home or so, and I am able to vacuum all of my main living areas on one charge and still have a little bit left over. So I think for any home that size, you would probably even be able to get the vacuums in one charge. If you have like a basement or something like that, then you might need to charge in between. You probably wouldn't be able to get both levels done on one charge, but I would say the battery is pretty good for what it is. So far, we haven't really had any issues with it. The only thing that has happened to me once is it will turn off automatically. It will give you a code E7 when it is plugged, when it senses that somewhere along the line there's a blockage and it's not able to suck properly. And I didn't know what that code meant at first. I couldn't figure it out and I was getting really frustrated. But once I figured out that there was a blockage, then I was able to just clear it all out and then it worked just fine. So it will turn off automatically if there is something blocking it. So these are all of the attachments. This is the one I use the most for getting in all the nooks and crannies. These two are really good for seats. This one does have some bristles on it, which is nice if you need to try and get like some dog hair out of like a seat or something like that. So this is adjustable. You can use it either way. I am embarrassed that this is what my car looks like right now, but let's go ahead and clean it out. So overall, for the price point, I would say this is a pretty decent vacuum. I don't know if it's gonna last you 10 years like some of the other ones at a higher price point would, but as far as like functionality of it goes, I have really been enjoying it. I think it sucks really, really well. And I do love having a cordless vacuum. If you've never had a cordless vacuum, it is honestly a game changer. I love being able to just pull it out of the cupboard, push the button, turn it on, and then away I go. I don't have to worry about winding and unwinding the cord, getting it caught on things, unplugging it and plugging it back in on the other side of the house. So that alone saves us a lot of time. So yeah, I would recommend this vacuum if you're looking for something on a budget.